It's crazy how it's not his show anymore.
It is.
It's not even a Sonic property anymore. Not at all.
Not at all. As a matter of fact, the whole driving thing and the people looking for him, that's not even a part of it by the 5th episode.
No. What they do is, I'll tell you what it turns into. This is wild, y'all. By the time they get to the 5th episode and get into what the real plight is, and the real plight has nothing to do with Knuckles at all.
Right.
None. Ooh, Martin, that was a close one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God for Sonic being bros and best buddies and best friends with Knuckles over here, that alien enchilada, whatever, what's his name?
Echidna.
Echidna. What you say, echidna? No, I ain't kidding at all. Yeah, you know that alien echidna that came down to be an enemy of Earth? Because if he hadn't, ooh, we would have been in trouble, boy.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, the skills and power that this warrior, damn weasel or whatever it is, what's echidna?
Echidna.
What's an echidna anyway?
It's like it's like if you mixed an anteater with a porcupine.
Okay. Wow, that is kind of alien when you think about it. I'm just gonna call him an echidna, right?
Yeah.
Well, he said, I ain't kidding either. I was gonna come down and whoop all y'all's asses down here.
Yes, he was. That was his plan.
Yeah, y'all looking at me thinking, because I got on these big ass, fluffy ass gloves and I'm red and got these big cute eyes, y'all think I'm playing. I was about to take this shit over and can do it too. Y'all thought I was bullshitting. But Sonic came in and said, hey man, you ain't got to do this. They good people down here. You know, you about to mess up a good thing.
Yeah, Robotnik was using you.
Yeah. You know, you wasn't nothing but a bitch. What? No, I mean, come on. I mean, you were being brainwashed by the wrong person. He's some good people down here on Earth. That dude you listening to, old Jim Carrey ass, he's bad. Nah, man, if you just lay back, you know, not only if you lay back and be cool, not only will you find that these people are nice, but, you know, they'll take you in.
Oh, yeah.
They'll feed you, clothe you.
Teach you to read.
Teach you, yeah. I mean, just, you know, don't ruin a good thing, man. Come on down here and chill out, man. You know, enjoy these perks we got down here. So, yeah, man, we would have been in bad shape had the Knuckles come down here and actually did what he was planning to do. But Sonic talked to him, and now we're in the clear. And another thing we would have been deprived of right here. We would have been deprived of his comedy. Who knew, as serious as he is, man, who knew that he was so funny?
Sure.
He's so funny, man, that he was the breakout star of Sonic, man, besides Sonic himself.
Sonic 2.
Sonic 2. Yeah, Sonic didn't get no show. I mean, he got, you know, big movies.
And cartoons.
And
video
game series and a lot of toys. Yeah. But I mean, but look, he ain't got a show. At least not he got an animated show, but not a live action show like this.
Yeah, not a 8-episode or 6-episode miniseries.
Exactly. Knuckles does. They said, damn, you were funny enough to carry a whole show. And that's just what happened. We now have, the Sonic movies are so successful that we now have a spinoff in the form of a show on Paramount Plus. And a lot of people, including myself, I was like, damn, who would have known? He really is kind of funny, man. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to see what old Knuckles is up to in his first series right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Knuckles on Paramount Plus. And did you see all the episodes?
I did.
I saw them too. And we'll tell you how we feel with our review right after this.
You're an alien. You're super powerful. You recently saved the world with your friends.
Isn't it great to finally
Shit! Keep playing here.
I asked you not to do that.
relax?
I am an Echidna warrior.
You know, you haven't heard us mention anything about the plot or anything yet. We'll cover all that in a little bit. Let's just say this. Let's just talk about the show. And I'm gonna tell you this: if you're a fan of the movies, some good news for when this starts out. So this starts out just like any kind of Sonic movie out there, except that it's Knuckles' show. And this starts out with him doing what you expect him to do. You know, he's out there running on his little obstacle course. You know, so they can do the mandatory reference to the games. You know, these and the opening scene looks great. You know, the money is there. It feels like it's lifted straight from a Sonic movie.
Yep.
On the big screen.
Yep. It could be Sonic 3.
It could be. It could be. Starring Knuckles. Voiced by Idris Elba, of course. Now, some things are immediately noticeably missing. For one, Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman, he said, hell no, I ain't doing this show.
All right, that makes sense. We couldn't get Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
He's an expensive actor.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't afford that. You lucky you got me for Sonic.
Uh-huh.
So you crazy if you think I'm gonna be in a show about a side character? Hell no. Call me when that Blue Rat is making another movie. He got money.
Right.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'll make another movie. Also missing is James Marsden as Tom Wachowski.
Huh. We couldn't afford James Marsden.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, look, I'm with Jim, y'all. Look, I know I ain't that big, but I got shit to do too.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess that gives us a little bit more budget.
Yeah. Look, gives us more time for Knuckles and friends. You know, because Knuckles ain't cheap. That effect ain't cheap at all. And like I said, that's okay because this is Knuckles' show. All right, this ain't the Jim Carrey show, and it certainly nobody showed up for no Tom show. The only reason why people care about Tom because he hangs out with Sonic.
True.
Other than that, ain't nobody trying to see no Tom spinoff or nothing like that. But hey, listen, it's okay. We got Maddie. Maddie Wachowski's still here. Tika Sumner as Maddie. Would you look who we have here? Oh, Sonic himself, along with Tails. They came in to make an appearance. My man Sonic, now that's a good friend. Sonic came out to support his man in his first show.
It wasn't easy for me to understand this planet at first either.
Must have steely focus. Stelia.
If you don't get out my goddamn face, man, and look, I put up enough with you. I thought you'd be gone by now. I'm just doing this because I
I'm just
thought.
waiting for you to leave.
Yeah, I'm doing this because I thought they're gonna put your ass out by now. But look, this is getting old. Okay.
If I did half the shit you do, I'd be in the pound right now.
Hell, they put his ass under. Hell, he'd be put to sleep by this point. He'd be dead. But I will say this. Listen.
Right, you have to appreciate Sonic showing up. It happens when they do a spin-off of a show. Some characters from the original show will show up. They step in, the audience goes, woo!
Yeah, I
Then they
came in to
finish their
support.
line.
Yeah, I came in to support my boy right here. You know, I know people here to see you, but you know, don't forget where who got you started. But I'm here for you. And Knuckles, listen, I'll say this. I did find it hilarious that Knuckles, he had this whole thing, that his shtick of trying to adjust to life on Earth and trying to be a good guy, because it's hard for him to do that. It's hard for him to be a good guy, because, listen, Knuckles, yes, he's alien to this planet, but also he's mentally ill.
Well, being a warrior and fighting that's what he lives for.
Yeah,
that's all he knows.
He's got PTSD at this point. He's crazy, because my man sees danger everywhere. So it makes him dangerously mentally ill. He's out there committing felonies.
Uh-huh.
He's committing felonies, y'all. This man is out here. He sees assassins in everything. So like there are some contractors at the house. And he sees them as a threat. He sees them as assassins coming to kill. We don't know. He just sees them. So now he's pulling the Batman on them. Taking them out. He got them swinging from the roof.
Right.
My man has kidnapped the mailman.
Stealth attacks.
Making him fight gladiator style. Got him out there looking like Negan and shit. So Matt is frustrated because Matt is just Matt is like, look, I'm getting tired of being sued by these people. You end up killing one of these people one day if we're not careful.
And Tom is always conveniently gone.
Yeah, Tom ain't here. I got no support. Damn, my daughter ain't even here. Everybody left me with all these damn creatures over here, man. Left me with these alien creatures, and they tearing up the house. scaring the dog, traumatizing the mailman, and beating the shit out of the construction, the contractors. I mean, listen, they let them know you're gonna kill somebody one day. And I found it darkly funny. And it just also shows that Idris Elba was perfect casting.
Oh yeah.
For this character, but Sonic does step in. He said, "Look, we got a good thing going over here, man. You about to up, all right? Figure it out, man. Go somewhere. Go on a journey. You got to figure this out." And it also helps that his spirit warrior, who's voiced by Christopher Lloyd, I believe, comes in and tell him, "Yeah, Sonic is right, man. You kind of ill, man. You need to go on some kind of walkabout, a journey or something, and find yourself, because you about to hurt these people you said you care about." So, that's also when the show steps in and it says, first of all, it's getting expensive.
It's showing all three of y'all.
It's getting expensive having all three you little bastards on the screen at the same time, all right? Sonic out there, man.
We appreciate you.
Ain't you got some side adventures to do? Some side quest or some shit? It is. Hey, look, we got money, but it's getting kind of expensive with all three of y'all on the screen. So two of y'all don't mind going somewhere too.
Yeah, it's already Tails barely has any lines. Yeah, Tails just mostly looks at Sonic and goes,
Yeah, they made sure that Tails stood still as long as he could. Just looked. Yeah. But Sonic, shut up.
You cost us money, just be quiet.
Yeah, and so Sonic and Tails, they out, man. They split. They left. They didn't come back no more. They didn't even say where they were going.
Shit, man. Even Maddie didn't come back.
Yeah, Maddie was going. I know why Maddie didn't come back. Shit, that's your friend. Y'all, yeah, right. Y'all figure this shit out. But Sonic and Tails, they booked out and they didn't come back no more.
Hey, Knuckles, you good? Because we're leaving.
And listen, we get it. It's the Knuckles show. Okay, so I get it.
Is it?
But I'll get into that. So, but now we are stuck. Now we stuck looking at Knuckles right now, and I can guarantee you, people talking about the show even saying, this alien warrior learning Earth stuff, fish out of water stick you got going on. It was funny for 10 minutes, okay, but we got 5 more episodes. I don't know what we're gonna do with this shit, man. All right, we gotta find someone else to come in here. I mean, I know it's your show, man.
Someone less expensive to focus on.
Someone way less expensive. But listen, we know Jim Carrey ain't coming back. Shit, I mean, when you can't even get James Marsden to come back, you know that you got to get some budget shit going. So that's when they bring in the side character that most people did not like. What's his name?
Wade.
Wade, y'all. They brought in Wade. The character no one cares about. He was like the deputy.
Yeah.
That was in that last 2 movies. Some people even like, damn, he was the character in the movie.
You forget he was in there.
They bring in
he was annoying.
Yeah,
but he was.
Yeah, Wade, man. So Knuckles' spirit guide tells him again. Even he's trying to get rid of him. He's like, look, man, just find some dude. You know that dumbass deputy in town? Go help him. He needs to go on a journey too. You need to find yourself. He needs to be a man. So y'all go on a journey of self-discovery together. And so he's training Wade. Really, they trying to get everybody out. So they ain't got to spend no more money on these other characters over here. They ain't got to, we ain't got to pay some of the bigger stars. So what do? They send out Knuckles and this fool on a road trip. And this is where this show goes south.
Yeah, because not only do they get rid of all those characters, at some point, Knuckles disappears.
Yeah, people.
it's they call this Knuckles, but it's Wade. It's the Wade show.
People, and that's bad because one, Wade is annoying. There's a reason why people hate Wade. Who plays this character?
Adam Pally.
Nothing against Adam Pally. Adam Pally's cool. Wade is a piece of shit. All right, he's goofy. He's a bumbling man-child. He's clumsy. He's a coward. He's always screaming. Oh, look right there. Except his mouth is big. Oh,
He's also not funny.
No, and he is not funny at all.
And he keeps trying to be.
He's not a man. Shit, there's nothing worse than somebody who's a big ass man child who's not funny. Then you see the way they live. He goes home, his room's still like he's 12 years old. Still got up posters of Ninja Turtles and goddamn He-Man and shit. Well,
you're talking about our audience. It's your problem.
He's not funny, as you said, but what's worse about that is, too, he takes over the show. By the second episode, it's the Wade show. Knuckles goes on a road trip with him, not to make him a great warrior like he was told to do, be a man. He goes on a road trip with him because Wade got daddy issues. So they go on a road trip to help him find his daddy who abandoned him. Now, this is just funny. His daddy who abandoned him at TJ Maxx. So I would have abandoned his ass too. That'd been my little whine ass kid. I'll tell you, this leads to a weird turn in this show. I want to hear what you have to say, but I just want to tell people how this show gets weird because it's strange. There's cool action. There's cool fight scenes. You got two agents here played by Kid Cudi and Ellie Taylor. They are agents of the main villain in the show, the Buyer.
Yeah, and the two of them they're basically Team Rocket.
Yeah, no, they really are, 100%. 100%. And they're not that funny either, but, you know, they got cool action scenes with Knuckles, man. You know, and the Buyer's a former employee of Robotnik who got tired of, you know, being his bitch and his side man and his lackey, and he, you know, and now he's trying to make a name for himself. By the way, when Robotnik's not around, so it's the dude from Game of Thrones.
Right. The Hound.
Yeah.
I found this plot to be me going, what's going on? Explain this to me again.
Nothing. They got some big effects for these fight scenes, and they're cool and everything. But as far as the show goes, it's crazy because we get less Knuckles and we get more Wade and more humans that don't cost money. Mm-hmm. And when that happens, the show just turns into a mediocre sitcom or Nickelodeon show, which technically this is because this is Paramount, but it feels like a lame Nickelodeon show with a lot of money.
That's what I thought the whole time. Like I like where it started, but once he gets with Adam Pally, the humor was all written like those later Nickelodeon shows with that same kind of like, we're trying to be funny and like Looney Tunes, but nobody has the talent to pull it off. No. And it's just one lame joke after the next, and everything is predictable because you're like, this is what happens next. This is what you're going to say next. This is how it's going to happen. And nobody's bringing an A game.
Yeah, that's it's just not written very well. Like I said, it's written like a mediocre sitcom. You know, and it made episode 2 very hard for me, man. It just wasn't funny. The first episode, the setup, all that stuff you saw in the trailer, where you had Knuckles coming in and turning the house into Game of Thrones and kidnapping people and whatnot, that stuff was funny. But all that's in the first episode. What they're showing you right there. That's why I said, and that gets old after a while because they're stretching it out. You know, I would say that maybe it picked up for me in episode 3. By the time we get to episode 3, and the start of episode 3 is really bad too, because this is where Wade hangs out with his family and he argues with his sister, who somehow miraculously is way more annoying than he is.
Yeah, it's the actress Edie Patterson. She plays pretty much that character and everything. She's very good at what she does with the ad-libbing, but she is more annoying.
Yeah, them together. Their mom hates them. You can tell. She's just like, damn, I'm just trying to get together for a nice Jewish dinner, and y'all are 30 years old, acting like a bunch of dumbasses, stabbing each other with forks. Actually, I thought that was funny. The sister just stabbed his ass out of nowhere with a fork. I thought that was kind of funny.
Okay, that was something I didn't see coming.
Yeah, I found that kind of funny, but I did like the second half of episode 3, and things started picking up for me there because things are getting weird. At the second half of episode 3, first of all, Wade's mom comes in, and she's played by Stockard Channing, and I swear she wanted to have sex with Knuckles. She kept
Well, he was the only one who acted like he had some sense in that house.
exactly. Knuckles was he was sitting there and she kept giving him the sexy eyes and kept talking about how she's been alone this whole time and was rubbing them big old marshmallow hands, and I was like, damn, you want him, I
Hey,
think.
man, he came in, he was complimenting her, flattering her.
Yeah, no, he was.
It's probably
He
been a
was.
while.
Yeah, that was shit. I don't care if it's a man or a damn alien rodent. I'm gonna get some dick today. And she was and yeah, she even told me, she's like, hey, you want to get a massage somewhere? And I'm like, okay, you trying to hit that.
Right,
I know
right,
what you're
right.
doing. But and Stockard Channing's old. She's old entertainment, man. So she's kind of funny. It was also a scene where everybody kind of sat down, and it was kind of, compared to the rest of the show, it was a little more quiet, a little more subdued. And Snuggles sat down, and her and Wade's mom talked about Jewish culture, and I thought, you know what, this is kind of cool. It's a little slow, but it's kind of cool they would settle down like this and do this. And they actually have a cool fight scene, Knuckles and Wade's mom at the end of that. But by the fourth episode, Martin, see, this is where things got weird. And I thought, okay, this is getting weird for the better. Now, I don't think it's still great at this moment, but I thought, you know what? If it's not going to be the Knuckles show, then just go ahead and just go crazy and do your own thing here. Just do something. Just get stupid with it, and that's kind of what they did with this. They started. It becomes absurdist and it becomes surreal. I say it's surreal because it's surreal how they just pushed Knuckles out, and it wasn't even a Sonic movie anymore.
Oh, no. It had nothing to do with Knuckles at that point, other than them putting on Knuckles the musical. Which I will say that this show, right after the first episode, once we get on the road trip, it lost me. That Nickelodeon style writing, I was just like, man, I kind of had high hopes for this. And the way this opened, I thought was pretty good. Now, I will say I was a little turned off because less than 2 minutes in, it stopped for Knuckles to do a Doritos commercial.
Oh,
and they were blatant. And they were hawking Lay's chips throughout this thing. I was like, wow, the camera's just doing a close up on a bag of Lay's chips right now. Boy, y'all got no shame.
Oh, my man straight up said, what are these Doritos?
These Cool Ranch Doritos.
I want to go to the planet. I want to meet this Cool Ranch
I want
Doritos.
to frolic in the Cool Ranch. It's like,
Yeah, look at him.
damn.
There it is right there. My man going out. He's going off on those chips, man.
I mean, I'm not even being hyperbolic. It stops to do a Doritos commercial.
Yeah.
So I was already like, I don't know about this. But yeah, after the opening, this show was really kind of turning me off, and I was down on it. And then it hit the fourth episode, and I thought, more like that.
Yes.
Where you're going nuts. You're having fun. You're getting absurd. You're getting wild. It's musical. This is interesting. This I'm enjoying. I was giving up on this show. This right here is working for me. Can we just keep doing that?
Yeah. It's because in the fourth episode, so I don't know what the influence was for this fourth episode.
I think it was the actor.
And that's what I was
the one
going to
from
say.
the Mighty Boosh.
So Julian Barrett, he takes over. He plays the best friend of Wade. Is it Wade?
Yeah.
So he's the best friend of Wade. I'm not going to tell you what happens with them, but he's the best friend of Wade. And this character takes over the episode. And it changes to an episode of this dude's old show, The Mighty Boosh. Now, I played The Mighty Boosh for you before, but The Mighty Boosh is like this very absurdist and surreal comedy where they come in and they bring in colorful, crazy characters and they do a lot of musical numbers. And that episode turned into an episode straight up of The Mighty Boosh. People, you think we're playing, but that fourth episode turns into something almost just like that. It's crazy. And what made it so cool is because they did this thing, the props are cool, the sets are cool. They do all this stuff with puppetry, and it's like they're putting on a big play.
Yeah.
Except it's also kind of breaking the fourth wall because the characters do a lot of looking at the camera. They acknowledge that this is a show. They even acknowledge all the puppeteers that are working on the sets and whatnot. I was like, all right, you know what? This is what I'm talking about. If you ain't gonna be Knuckles, then just go ahead and do this.
Do this, yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, it's the play of Knuckles because Ward has to wait. God damn it, Wade cares about that guy. He's forgettable anyway. Wade has to. On his journey, he has to think like Knuckles. So in his mind, he becomes Knuckles. And they could have done some lame ass joke with that, but they did a whole production of him becoming Knuckles with just these cool sets and costumes. And I was like, I love this part. I love that part right there. I laughed genuinely out loud at a lot of that stuff. I thought that was great, man. I thought that was very creative, man. Listen, by the time we get to the 5th episode, poor Knuckles, it's not even his show at all anymore, man.
Does he appear at all in the 5th episode?
Now they stopped to say, oh yeah, Knuckles. Yeah. And he busts through walls on like Kool-Aid Man. But it's not, I'm surprised he didn't throw them damn marshmallow hands up and be like, you know, y'all have it, man. It's crazy how it's not his show anymore.
It is.
It's not even a Sonic property anymore. Not at all.
Not at all. As a matter of fact, the whole driving thing and the people looking for him, that's not even a part of it by the 5th episode.
No. What they do is, I'll tell you what it turns into. This is wild, y'all. By the time they get to the 5th episode and get into what the real plot is, and the real plot has nothing to do with Knuckles at all. Okay. None. By the time they get to the 5th episode, it turns into the family-friendly version of this movie.
I need you now more than ever I need you.
People, that's Kingpin, the bowling movie. Now you think I'm kidding. This turns into Kingpin.
Yes, it does.
Kingpin and maybe a little bit of dodgeball thrown in there.
I thought about both of those.
But, it's a sports comedy.
Yeah.
It's not a Sonic movie. It's not a Hedgehog. It's not a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It's not a Knuckles show. It's not a Sonic or Knuckles anything. It's a sports comedy starring Wade.
Yeah.
Wade.
Yeah, that last final episode was just straight up Kingpin. I was like, man, I get that Kingpin could be an influence, but I feel like you guys this is almost copyright infringement what you're doing here.
It's straight up Kingpin.
Yeah.
What happens is Wade finds out that his dad is actually
can you talk about that? Because they made a big deal about giving away plot points.
Okay, I cannot talk about that. I cannot talk about that at all. I will not talk about that. I won't say, you're right. Thank you. Boy, you got me out of trouble. I was about to.
Because I was like, man, they put a lot of disclaimers on here. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about this.
They should do.
Can we talk about the movie at all?
Damn, even
we don't know.
Even Knuckles like say another goddamn word. If you were looking for Knuckles, you might be disappointed. But I gave up. I'm going with this. Whatever it is. It's not all that great, but they have a lot of funny moments in there. And I can't even tell you what one of the funniest things in there is. Now they showed in the trailer. What I can tell you is you have some funny appearances too. They showed in the trailer, so I guess I can say it. Paul Scheer and Rob Hobel show up, man, and I thought that they were pretty funny in there.
I was back and forth with them because that thing of the clueless, crass sportscasters, that's been done to death.
Oh yeah, it has. But no, you're right. I think there were moments where it was funny, and I'm like, all right, this is going on a little longer some parts, but I liked them, man. They were just, like you say, clueless, snarky sports announcers.
And didn't they have that in Kingpin?
They had that in Dodgeball too.
Yeah.
And I think that in Kingpin definitely had it in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Because, what's his name was one of the announcers, your man from Jason Bateman.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
He plays like an extreme sports guy. Mm-hmm. He was talking shit to the whole game. Like I said, every now and then they'd be like, oh yeah, this is Knuckles. Go out there, man. Go out there. What you want me to do? Go beat up something. They had and you know what? So he comes in, like I said, I'm baffled. And I'm baffled by the way the show just even ended too. It was
just... All right, well, okay. It went off, I guess.
Yeah, I won't say anything. But it just kind of went off, man. It went off like almost like the way they parody a sitcom. Mm-hmm. But as I said, man, I was baffled by the end. But I did like the second half better. By the end, I even like Wade a little bit better, man. I thought Wade didn't get on my nerves as much. He wasn't doing as much buffoonery as he was before. And I think kids will like it, man. They have enough. They do have enough of. Enough fight scenes. They do have enough effects. This, from what I read, this has 300 more effect shots than the Sonic movies did. So,
Okay. All right. I mean, if that does it for you, then
not a lot of them were Knuckles, I'll tell you. But I think kids will like it. I think there will be a moment when they'd be like, well, where did Knuckles go? But, there's still enough going on, enough silliness going on in that second half to probably keep them going. And it does take a while to get going, man. But I think it does get better. The budget shows here. Still, I will say this, and I'm just being honest here. And I'm just seeing through their bullshit. This is the show less about Knuckles, and it's more of an excuse to keep to put something out there.
yeah, to keep the IP going.
Yeah, to keep the IP going, to keep Sonic on our minds while we wait for Sonic 3 to come out. And that's coming out at some point soon. They just started production on it. So this is a little stopgap to keep that happening, man. But it's like I said, it's fun, man. I would give it a high rental, which is cool because it's already on a streaming service.
Yeah. This is that kind of. They're pulling the okey doke that Marvel does, where you have 6 episodes of a 30-minute show. It's like, that's just a 3-hour movie. Stop, cut the bullshit. Mm-hmm. And that's what this is. It ain't like it's episodes. It's just one long movie that's been chopped up into 30-minute segments.
Yep.
My complaints stand. You see something like this, where, I like the first Sonic, okay. And I saw that late. But I was like, oh, you know what? Jim Carrey makes this movie. Yeah. Second Sonic, I was like, wow, I legitimately like this movie a lot.
Yeah.
And here, hoping, you get a little bit of that. And you're like, all right, look, it's called Knuckles. I'm not going to get much Sonic. I wasn't prepared to not get much Knuckles.
Yeah.
And I just kept feeling like, this can't be happening. Or usually if there's something like that, maybe there's something of a deeper story, or they justify it later. It is not justified. So what you have to realize is that you watch a Sonic movie, and they know Sonic is a game that's been around for a long time. And besides kids liking it, there's tons of adults who grew up with Sonic and love that, and they're there for that. And you would be that same audience that might come to a Knuckles movie. This movie is not made for you. This movie is made for a much younger audience. I can talk to my kids who are in their mid to late 20s, and they talk about, well, these were the good Nickelodeon shows, and this is when it started to go downhill. Well, this is written on that level of those later shows when, my kids would say they went downhill, where, they just figure, hey, a laugh track and kids throwing barbs back and forth will be enough. It was not real craft in the comedy. And yeah, a lot of the characters are just annoying and you're just trying to get from one thing to the next. But the 4th episode I thought was really good.
Yeah.
And the 6th episode, despite being a complete ripoff of Kingpin, it had some interesting things in it. Mm-hmm. But I'm like you. I just think, you know what? I wouldn't say a high rental, but it's a rental. But it's already on Paramount Plus. So if you already have the service and you have an interest, you can watch it. Yeah. It ain't something to go like, oh, let me get Paramount Plus so I can watch this. Don't do that.
Yeah. And I think kids will like it, man. Yeah. Like somebody said, I was hoping this would be good for my kids. It is.
It'll be good for your kids.
No, it's fun. I had a good time with it. Kids are not going to see what we're seeing. Kids are not going to remember Kingpin. Kids are not going to sit up here and think about, oh man, what's the ratio of Knuckles to Wade and all that kind of. They're going to be thinking like, oh, is this moving with colors and fight scenes and funny parts and honestly, as much as maybe I did not like Wade in this, Wade is a buffoon. Kids love silly characters, so they'll probably even be entertained by Wade. Listen, I don't give a damn how much these kids are like it. If you make something called Knuckles, God damn it, it should be about Knuckles, okay? Don't make this the Wade, the lamest of shows for Wade over here, It's like it became his movie. They should have called it Knuckles and Wade.
They should have. Well, plus by the 3rd episode, it's really just about him and his family.
Yeah.
Knuckles just sitting back eating dinner.
Knuckles is gone. Gone. Do you hear me? And Wade took over.
Took over.
It was for kids that's fine, but let's I know y'all be saying something. Y'all some grown ass man. You'll get mad, but no. You know, I'm like you. I saw the second Sonic movie and enjoyed it. I even liked the first Sonic movie. I didn't love it, but I thought it was all right.
It's all right.
So you know what? Yeah, we got expectations. Shit, I came in, I saw that trailer and I said, shit, I came in to see Knuckles. The hell this dude.
Also, before you sit your kids down to watch it, make sure you go buy some bags of Cool Ranch Doritos. Because they're going to be asking for it.
Yeah. Yeah, people. Yeah, you know, if you're a grown ass person and you're a big Sonic fan or whatever, I'm just saying you're gonna probably like it no matter what because you want to. But the real Sonic fans, I would say, if you really want to be satisfied, just wait till the third movie comes out. This is just something to just buy some time till the next movie come out because they ain't got nothing to do with that. They lied. All right, they lied.
Yeah, and 6 episodes. They didn't need 6 episodes.
Yeah, you're a liar. You lied. All right, I mean, I'm being nice about this, but you lied. Just admit it. You lied. It's like when somebody lies to get you somewhere. It's like, man, you didn't tell me. This is what I was gonna be at, but whatever. I'm here. Why don't you just tell the truth?
Yeah, it's like you buy orange drink and it says contain real fruit juice.
Yeah,
and like, yep, 2 drops.
Yep. Yeah.
You can't sue us.
You're a liar. Let's just call it for what it is. God damn you.
I was like, so is Knuckles gonna show back up in this thing?
Somebody said Sonic. Sonic fans have been through way worse. Oh, you'll be all right then.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
I'm just saying, boy. Just blatantly lying too. Yeah, Knuckles, this is a show. Yeah, you gonna like it? Come on in.
Knuckles will be back. Don't worry.
At the end, after Wave does all this shit. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.